Hello Capricorn, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a general reading focused on a love connection. Let's go ahead and see if you have found your forever love. So we're going to be focusing on these three decks here. A Passionate Love Affair, the Whirlwind Romance Oracle by Angelic Revelation 144, Arrows of Love Oracle by Mystic Moon, and the Truths deck Soulmate Edition by Pretty Spirits. So let's start. Let's see how this is going to go for you. And if you really have found your forever person. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. Let's go ahead and see. I'm guided to this card. Okay, we've got Aquarius coming through here. So you could either have Aquarius in your chart or you're focused on an Aquarian person. So this does say most compatible zodiac signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, and Sagittarius. But of course, Capricorn, if you're focused on an individual who is an Aquarian, you know, who's to say that you guys can't be compatible? So let's see. It does say freedom to be yourself, a deep mental connection, intense, uninhibited passion. Okay, so let's see what the rest of the cards bring forward. All right, so let's add to this. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. What else? I'm guided to this card right here. We have secure love nests. Okay, so this is somebody that definitely wants to build a life with you, to offer you security and stability in a partnership. They might even want to share a home with you, move in together. Okay, let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. All right, I'm guided to this card right here. It says work it out. So maybe there's been some obstacles and challenges in this partnership, Capricorn, but if you guys are able to commit to the connection and put in the work, then yes, it can work itself out, is what it says. So let's go ahead and add to this with messages from the Flaming Roses Lovers Oracle deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. What else do we need to know here? All right, let's see. Okay, you might be dealing with someone who's a little bit wishy-washy, which could be why it says work it out. There's something going on here that contributed to some issues. They could be a very slow-paced individual as well. Okay, that contributes to the whole wishy-washy vibe. You know, you just want them to maybe take things to the next level, to move a little bit quicker as far as life-altering decisions between the two of you. Something as simple as, hey, let's move in together, and you're ready to go, and they're not so ready to go. Somebody could also have a temper here. Maybe that could be you, that could be them, and therefore when you guys get into arguments, it can get very tense very quickly. But Cupid strikes. Okay, so you do love this person, they love you, but there's some issues that you guys have to contend with. So let's see. All right, we're going to add to this. I'm going to pull from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck here. Let's see what else needs to come through. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. But it does say, work it out. Do what you got to do to work this out. It's perhaps worth the effort. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. Let's see. We've got two cards. We've got the past, and then we've got commitment. Okay? So whatever happened in the past, you guys need to leave it behind. Say goodbye to the past. It's no longer serving either of you. Certainly not serving this relationship. Okay? And commitment. So in order for this to work out, as it says, you both have to be able to commit to this partnership. and let go of whatever drama you guys had dealt with before. We have cleanse, mistakes in love. It's a part of growing, living, loving. We don't always make the best decisions. We cross boundaries and go after those that are not meant for us or are good for us. We get our hands dirty. Through gained wisdom, time, and owning up to those mistakes, we create change. Yeah. So whatever these mistakes were, Capricorn, either you made them, they made them, or you both did. Owning up to your own individual mistakes and leaving the past behind would be quite beneficial towards this relationship's healing. Yep. Let's grab one more message. One more message. And we've got this card. Reasons. I've tried to move on. I've tried to forget. I've tried to love again. I've tried to remind myself that the reasons we had to let go of one another were good reasons. But when two hearts are destined, there are no good reasons. This distance, separation, my grief and loneliness from missing you, it's all too much. Please come back. This is a desire for a reconciliation, Capricorn. Either you're wanting this or they want it. Cupid strikes. The love is here. You guys just have to move on from the past. Cleanse it out of the energy between the two of you. There cannot be this wishy-washy vibe between both of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this. I'm going to pull from my Tarot Teacher deck here. So let's go ahead and see what else needs to come through. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Capricorn. As long as you guys are willing to recommit to this partnership, then yes, it can work itself out. And you have to have productive conversations. You have to be able to listen to each other, understand each other's perspectives, points of view, and not lose your temper. And they can't be losing their temper with you. Judgment. Okay? I'm really happy to see this because this is a rebirth of your connection. This is an awakening. This always reminds me of like an alarm clock. Someone has to hear it. Either it's meant for you or them. But this is a transition that your connection is going through at this time, Capricorn. And if you guys had a falling out and if you went your separate ways, there will be the opportunity to reconnect, I feel. Giving you guys the opportunity to at least sit down and talk things out, work it out as it says, be able to forgive one another for whatever role you might have both contributed to the breakup and separation. Which makes sense for me why this Ten of Wands is here, because it's having to lay down these heavy burdens that you perhaps have both been carrying. Because the Ten of Wands, you know, it's this very burnt out, stressed out type energy. It's exhausting. And maybe some of you guys have taken on way too much, you know, too many responsibilities. It's just overwhelming. And maybe you do feel, Capricorn, that, you know, they took you for granted. They didn't appreciate you in the relationship. Maybe that's how they're feeling as well. And as the Aquarius card says, you know, you got to have the freedom to be yourself. You can't lose your identity in the connection. So, Four of Swords. Fears, anxieties, and more stress, which is why there's this need to just rest and take a break. This is relaxation. This is recuperation time. This is healing. This is the time, perhaps, where you just need to be on your own to reassess where your life is, or where it's been, where it is now, and where you ultimately see things going with this person. You've got some life-altering decisions that you need to make. But it does represent progress. It represents future planning. It depends on your course of action here, Capricorn, because one way will take you away from this person and the other way will take you towards that individual that you're thinking about for this reading. You both have to choose wisely the paths that you take. But I feel, since this does create progress in the relationship, that you guys will get back onto the same path, have the same vision for the relationship. And then you've got the Star. Aquarius once again. So there's a reason why that Aquarius energy is coming through in this reading. And that could simply be reiterating the energy of the Star here. That there's hope. That you guys can still work this out. This is rejuvenation. This is another opportunity for you guys to find your way back to one another. This is also about self-care. This is about taking care of you in the meantime. But this is also wish fulfillment, a wish to manifest for this forever love to be revived. So I'm just getting here, Capricorn, that it's not the end. You have found your forever love, and yes, you guys have hit a bit of a rough patch here, but you guys can make it through. There's new communication that's coming in. Whoever you're in separation from, maybe they're just really curious as to where you're at in your heart, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. You as well could be feeling that way too. But this can also represent new communication, but it's delayed because maybe they're, as it says, they're just moving really slowly to be able to make all of that happen. But with the Six of Swords, there is definitely healing that's happening here. You guys are transitioning away from the past. You're leaving that drama behind. You're moving forward, and you are releasing the past baggage that maybe you've both been holding on to be able to lighten the load of that Ten of Wands and just really release it, let it go. So that's really good. And then we come full circle with the World, okay? So cycle completion. That cycle that needs to complete is the past. There's nothing more that the past can offer you. It's done. So it's time to open up a new cycle between you and this person. And if you guys are both open to that, then you could certainly recommit towards the partnership and find happiness once again. Because the World card could certainly represent a very positive, fulfilled, happy, harmonious life and connection between you and your forever love. I feel you have found it, but you guys have had some issues. It's time to, as this says, cleanse your hands of the past. It's done. Okay, so let's wrap it up here, guys, with some songs. I'm going to pull from my Heart Songs deck. Let's grab one song from here. And if you're not familiar with the song, see if you resonate with the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Capricorn. All right, one song. A Groovy Kind of Love by Phil Collins. Anytime you want to, you can turn me on to anything you want to. Anytime at all. When I kiss your lips, oh, I start to shiver. Can't control the quivering inside. I mean, that definitely lets us know that they still want you. Okay? They see this love as something, very magnetic and special still. Something about the kisses. Very passionate. Okay? So let's wrap this up with a second song from my Heart Songs of the 90s deck. So it hasn't been an easy journey, but you guys are transitioning towards calmer waters here. You've been through a bit of a storm, I feel, Capricorn, when it comes to this relationship, but you guys can make it through. One more song. 4-page letter by Aaliyah. Mama always told me to be careful who I love, and Daddy always told me make sure he's right. I always had my eyes on this one particular guy. I was too shy, so I decided to write. I'm sending him a 4-page letter, and I enclosed it with a kiss. So, perhaps the divine feminine, you're more comfortable being able to convey your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, your love by writing it down. And if that's something that you feel the need to do to be able to express yourself to your masculine, then by all means do that. And both of these songs representing kisses, okay? So when you guys kiss, there's something very special. There's something very passionate about it. You know, something really, truly that draws you guys in together. And it's just one of those unforgettable connections that, despite whatever reasons, as this card says, there are no good enough reasons to keep you guys apart. And all you need to do is to heal whatever happened in the past, to move on from it and focus on the now and allow that transition to happen. There's still hope that you guys can find your way back into each other's lives. And as the card says, work it out. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, Capricorn. I do hope whatever part of this made sense for you, helps you out. And if you're interested in your own reading, that information is down below. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you next time.